I'm back with another video. This is going to be a little bit different video today. It's a mixed hold'em tournament. It's a very small tournament. It's pretty late at night. It's 3:15 a.m. here on the West Coast. Just 28 people so far, but it's just basically going to go limit hold'em to no limit. I don't play limit very often, but I have a decent understanding of it. But this will help me get a little better at it too, running this. So let me bring up my Hold'em Manager before we start here, just to get going. If anyone could leave me a comment, does Hold'em Manager not show up on my videos for a certain reason, or is it because I still have a trial version? I'm not sure if that would be the case, or if there's an actual option I'm just missing for it to show up or not. If you know, I'd appreciate it if you could inform me so I'm not looking around like a crazy man. So first hand we get 9-6 suited, it goes raise, re-raise on the button, just let it go. I see a spade and a 6, it's okay. So we're going to start our any 5 beats us. Pocket queens. So that's, and he had ace king of spades over there, so it's a normal 3-bet. I'm not going to take a note on him for that. Normal 3-bet, I'm sure. So go ahead and get all my poker stuff in the right spot. Kind of like this though. You start with 2K in chips. Oops, he had 9 high and then he had an ace. Let's go ahead and watch this real fast, see how the action went. Again, he's in position on him. This again, second hand in a row. So let's just watch how that one played out real fast. And he took another one. So he actually raises pre-flop. Actually, wait a sec. Did it go raise, re-raise? Oh, he raised first and... No, he didn't. What the heck? So he raised. Well, out of position raising. That's good to know. With 10 high. We'll take a note on that. And I noted that it was limit too, because it probably is a difference, I'm sure. In no limit, he might not be doing the same play. That's the one thing. It's very, very different from no limit, is just how there's multiple, more than 2 players in a handful of pots, and like in no limit hold'em, for especially cash games. I guess tournaments is kind of similar too, but there's usually just 2 players to the flop. Sometimes you'll get multiple players, but limit, it's like 6-handed, so it'll be like probably see more 3-handed flops than we ever would in no limit, which is kind of cool. And you get a lot of this stuff. Like, this is the kind of stuff I'm not really used to for the limit part. Is he's out of position and he's raising, just like Batista. How do you say his name? Batistic did with the 10-9 suited. Like, the limit players, they're crazy aggressive. So he bet flop and turn, and now he's checking on a 3. So, oh, we got moved to a table, different table, and we're on the button 7-8. 3-handed at this table. That sucks. There we go. We got a 4th. Raise with our 7-8. See if Epson. No, we're just going to go ahead and fire middle pair. And he just calls. So I turn 2 pair, but there is a flush now. So we're going to go ahead and bet. And take it down. No reason to check there. Queen 4, four-handed. Queen 4 is actually a pretty decent hand, but obviously it's not like in a range that we really want to play. If I was on the button, I probably would have at least limped there, but we had someone ahead of us limping and everything. There's just no reason to put those 40 chips in there, 40 to 80, in case I decided to raise if I was on the button, so just let it go. Limit, I will be honestly extremely conservative compared to no limit. No limit, I raise a ton of different hands, mainly from position, but like six-handed, if I get a pretty decent hand in six-handed compared to nine-handed is like an ace-8 offsuit, and someone raises just like it looks like it's a steal from the button or the cutoff. If I have like ace-8 offsuit in the small blind or the big blind, I usually will 3-bet back to kind of gauge where they are. In limit, I'm surprised he didn't lead out with a bet there, but we'll get to find out what everyone else had. King 2, so someone had the king, so he lost chips there no matter what. He had the straight as well, and then an ace, so he might have got 2 callers, to be honest with you. But so that was a notable thing. Checks, nut, flush, in limit on the river. First to act. Got ace king and 10-2. There's our first pretty nice hand. Let's see. Now here's something I need to figure out. And no limit, if they would limp to me, I would raise here every time. But since it's limit, I'm not really sure. No matter what, if I raise, I know they're going to call me. So I'm going to try to disguise my strength of an ace. So if an ace would hit, it's most likely that they would assume that I am without an ace. So we went ahead and checked there. And now we're actually going to bet the turn with our ace high, because ace high is good here a lot of the times. So we take it down. Queen jack. Not really sure what I'm doing yet. I'm going to wait to see what these two players in position end up doing. And I got, so if I call this bet, I would actually be out of position versus 3 people, so we're just going to let Queen Jack go there. If it was just him raising and the blind still had to act, I probably would have thought about calling a lot more. And this guy's auto betting very quickly, so since he checked the nut flush a few hands ago, we would assume that he had at least the king. So that's good to see that we've seen 2 hands with him really, and one he played very differently, and another one where he basically was just betting for his value there. But he might have done this hand now this way because of he lost on probably 40 to 80 chips on the first hand, since he tried to be sneaky with it and check. He should have bet that first one. There's no way he shouldn't have. There's an ace someone could have called with, and then someone did have a king. Since there was 2 players besides himself, he's basically losing out on chips there. So him just checking there and trying to trap, it's a little bit too early to try those kind of plays, I think. Need to get every little, just even 80 chips would have been 40 to 80 chips would have been pretty good. That's a couple more calls you could put in. So we got a full house and 10 high. So this guy seems to be firing in a lot of pots. So we are actually raising the cutoff here, Oh shoot, this is no limit. I just screwed up. So I thought this was limit still. I wasn't even paying attention, even though it just said it in yellow letters. So that was a big mistake. So I'm pretty much, I'm not sure. See, I just basically left that open for someone to do that. That was a dumb mistake by myself. Let's go back actually real fast and look at that one hand where the 10-2, how it actually played out. So he called with 10 or like some weird hand, Mr. Milano. I can't even pronounce his name. Jumilano. And he bets on the 9-9-2 flop. What's going on in here? Nothing. 3 turns. I don't really understand what he thinks he's going to bluff off here. And then firing the last street just does not make any sense to me either. And then he calls it, so... Did you... Wow, he 3... That is just... an absolutely terrible play. I don't understand that at all. But, then again, it's his chips. He can do whatever the hell he wants with them, and I would love for him to try that with me. Let's see. 3-bet river with 10 high and limit. Getting as many notes as I can in case these people do last long and I end up lasting longer with them too, so it's good to have notes on people later on, obviously. Let's see, 5-6 is alive here. Oh, never mind. We're no longer in limit. I keep forgetting. It's no limit right now. So he's bet, or I don't know if maybe a she, because the picture. All 3 streets here. Showing strength. Not showing the hand. King 5 on the button. I think she's played every no limit hand so far. Now Mr. Jumilano, who is the 10-eye better, is shoving all in to steal 50. Or trying to get a caller, I'm not sure. So went raise, call on the button, bet about 2/3 the pot. We're going to go ahead and raise here from the cutoff with a 9-10. Let's pause this because I want to watch. And he's called me both times that I've raised. I hit the 9. I'm out of position to that gentleman, but we're going to go ahead and bet 180.